Hello, my name is Michaela Cece, and in this video I will be presenting to you my trend book. What are some things that define a culture? Culture is the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people, defined by everything from language, religion, cuisine, social habits, music, and arts. For my trend today, I decided to focus my lens on culture. It is all around us. It is something that each and every human being in the world can relate to. It is so important because it does not only affect one person. It affects the country and also affects the other people around it. I am happy to know my culture and to know where my family originated from. It gives me the sense of being whole, and at the same time it makes me feel original and different from other people. In the fashion business, it is important to be able to recognize and to foresee social and cultural movements in order to understand the fashion environment and to be able to operate in the direction in which the fashion industry will move. Being able to anticipate what will happen in the future is what puts a fashion designer, a retailer, or a fashion buyer in the position to make better decisions in their work. And in this, fashion is not at all an isolated industry, but is connected to the rest of our life. Fashion reaches beyond clothing and into the way we choose to live our lives. Lifestyle is how we communicate, how we travel, how we decorate our homes, how we eat, and how we dress. Nothing is constant except for change. Fashion is nothing but a constantly changing trend. Traveling, for me, is the same as reading books. Travel gives me time to think, ideate, observe, and learn new things: culture, food, history. The first out of the 3 places for my trend book that I chose is Morocco. I chose Morocco because my sister, while abroad in Florence, got the opportunity to visit there. She brought me back a beautiful rug and showed me her pictures there. The country has a lot to offer: beautiful scenery, tasty food, hospitable people, and a quality and simplicity of life that is rare in our days. From beautiful beaches to canyons, lush forests to the Sahara Desert, Morocco is a million countries in one. First, I would like to talk about the architecture. Everything in the Moroccan-style interior design is rustic, but made with clear attention to the detail. It is filled with intricate geometric patterns that are everywhere in the architecture and decorative arts. Some patterns can be found throughout the Islamic world, whether executed in carved wood, chiseled stone, or polychrome tiles. I found inspiration from the architecture and silhouettes in Morocco. It reminded me of broderie anglaise, which is similar to a laser-cut geometric look. In my head, I envisioned many interwoven tones that could play with the shape and form in a look. Here in my book, I have many pictures of examples of broderie anglaise. Cultural identity is like a tapestry. Each of us pulls threads from multiple cultural contexts to weave our cultural identities. People within one culture are not all the same. They each have a unique sense of cultural identity. As everything in this country, Moroccan carpets are in strong and warm colors, with simple designs that can fit any style. In the Sahara Desert, you will find golden dunes against a blue sky, which is stunning. The Medinas are the historic hearts of each city in Morocco. Part residential area, part shopping center, part food market. Here you'll find twisting and turning streets where shops, restaurants, markets, and homes all line in the streets. Moroccan cuisine is rich and tasty with a variety of fish and meat dishes, unavoidable pastries and sweets. Every Moroccan food is made to be relished and reminisced. The reason why it is so tasty is in the spices used, but also in the locally produced fresh ingredients. Clothes are particularly important. Women wear the kaftan. The kaftan can range from being a dressy casual to a very formal dress for celebrations and special occasions. Fine fabrics and brightly colored silks are traditionally used to make the kaftan. The tailors use their skill and art to create these beautiful dresses. They also come with a belt embroidered with silk thread or gold. This coat, dress, has always been a source of inspiration throughout the world. Traditions represent a critical piece of our culture. They help form the structure and foundation of our families and our society. They remind us that we are a part of a history that defines our past, shapes who we are today, and who we are likely to become. My next place for my trend book is Italy. From Renaissance gardens to ancient valleys to seaside villas, verdant green spaces are scattered across Italy. It is very peaceful and definitely matches the Italian lifestyle. It is very slow-paced. No one has to explain that the Italians are passionate people to start with, about romance, art, culture, family. Wine is also a very important part of life and every day, which is why the Italians care so much to perfect the production, process, and quality of taste. Coming from a huge Italian family, wine has always been in the picture. My dad has been making wine for as long as I could remember. Most nights, after finishing my homework, I would go downstairs to the wine cellar to find my dad there. I would help him clean bottles, cork, and label them. So as you can see, this section of my trend book is very meaningful to me. Many of my Italian relatives believe in superstitions. One of the more popular superstitions is the malocchio. It's the look that one person gives to another if they are jealous or envious. According to the Italian folklore, those giving malocchio can cause harm to someone else. Legend says it's just another way of putting a curse on others that can cause physical pain, such as head or stomach aches, or even cause misfortune. Italians wear a horn, which resembles a chili pepper. The monocornuto is an Italian amulet of ancient origin. Mono means hand, and corno means horn. The charm represents a hand gesture in which the index and little fingers are extended, while the middle and ring fingers are curled into the palm. The reference is to the horned head of an animal. I would be lying if I said food didn't play a huge role in my family. From pasta sauce to peppers, everything is homemade. Every year, my family has Tomato Day, which is a day full of washing, cutting, boiling tomatoes with basil, and putting them in mason jars for whenever we make pasta and meatballs. We also grow our own red peppers in the garden and thread a string through them so they're all hanging on the chandelier in our kitchen. We wait for them to dry out, take out the seeds, and grind them to make red hot pepper. With my grandpa being a butcher from Italy, we also have our own meat and make our own capicola and supersata, which is similar to salami. A big part of the whole Italian experience is without a doubt the food. While Italian food is incredibly diverse, there are a few characteristics that tie it all together, including an emphasis on fresh, local ingredients and letting them speak for themselves without too much fuss. This is clearly a respectable priority. The Italian people pride themselves on looking their best by wearing quality garments that boost the wearer's best attributes. Though they value inner beauty, most prefer to be a part of the surrounding loveliness by being attractive themselves. For Italian women especially, fashion is a way to show off la bella figura, or the beautiful figure. Many of Italy's streets and alleyways are paved with cobblestones. They are very much part of the fabric of the historic heart of the city. The last place I chose for my trend book is Spain. I chose Spain because not only is it rich in culture, but I visited last summer and it was the most unforgettable experience. Spanish clothing styles influenced the world, and traditional Spanish clothing was widely known for its elegance and decoration. Today, Spanish fashion is very modern, but traditional Spanish clothing is still worn for special events. Flamenco performers still wear typical Spanish dresses in red, black, or white, with their hair in a bun and a rose behind their ear. The Spanish tend to eat late. Lunch takes place around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and dinner can come as late as 9 or 10 at night. Lunch ranks as the primary meal of the day, featuring multiple courses in a longer time frame. Spaniards are also known for skipping out on household dinners in favor of eating out at a tapas bar instead. Tapas consist of pieces of bread with toppings such as meats, olives, and cheese. The Spanish society has a very particular way of living. Spaniards love to enjoy their fiestas and midday siestas, dressing up in the latest fashion, enjoying tapas in the numerous bars that are located throughout the city, or dining on traditional Spanish food with friends and family. The phrase, "Spain is different," is commonly heard and reflects the laid-back attitude and passion for enjoying all that life has to offer that is a defining characteristic of Spanish culture. Spaniards cherish their free time and social lives, along with their particular Spanish customs and traditions, which represent a key part of the Spanish culture. The 3 places that I chose for my trend book, Morocco, Italy, and Spain, all are very big on family. In Morocco, the family is one of the most important elements of everyday life. Community beliefs are highly integral in Moroccan society and lead to the idea that the family is sacred and they should work as a group to accomplish goals. The heart of the Italian culture is the family. Loyalty and commitment first and foremost are to family members. It is the center of the social structure and provides a stabilizing influence for its members. In Spain, family life is also one of the most important aspects. Spanish families normally eat lunch or dinner together daily, and those who no longer live at home normally return on the weekends for a big family meal. I feel that since culture is seen everywhere throughout the world, it is a trend that will never go away. It is the root to all trends. It is the inspiration.